Hello, writing pals. My name is Anna Renee, and I am a fantasy writer here on YouTube, working my way towards authorhood. And today I'm going to open up and share with you some tips I have learned along the way of working when you feel sick. So again, I've said it a few times here on my channel, I am chronically ill. I have a connective tissue disorder called Ehlers-Danlos, and that causes a whole slew of problems. So today we're going to talk about some of the tips I have that I've picked up along the way, like I said, for working when I don't feel well. So starting off, tip number 1 would be to have something calming to snack on or to drink. So myself, when I feel nauseous or I don't feel the best, I like to have either a glass of Sierra Mist, spearmint tea, saltine crackers, something like that to settle my stomach, or just to make me in general feel a little bit better while I'm working. You, however, can eat or drink whatever you want that is soothing to you, that makes you feel better. So you may want a lovely cup of coffee. You might think it's lovely, I sure don't. You may want a latte, you may want to eat some chicken noodle soup while you work, and that is totally fine, and it's totally obviously acceptable to do this when you aren't feeling well, but you still have to work. Tip number 2, I find this one especially useful for days that I have a migraine or a headache, but you know, what the theme of this video is, if you don't necessarily have the option to take a sick day, so you have to work, if I have a headache or anything like that, I work with most of my lights off. Now, right now, my space is very well lit and I have all sorts of lights, but most of the time when I'm working, I will just have my window curtains pulled open and I'll have no other lights on, so that I've just got a little bit of natural light coming in, and that's all I really need for while I'm working. That goes right into tip number 3, which is to have your nightlight filter on for your computer. That's what it's called, or a blue light filter. So what this does is it yellows your computer screen a little bit, so there's a little bit less blue light coming at you, and it's a little bit less headache inducing. Now I just have mine set to a little bit, because if I actually have my night light filter set too intensely, that actually gives me a headache, because it's so my computer, Windows computers can get very yellow with their screen, and I don't necessarily like that, so I just have a little bit of yellow. I also invested in some blue light filter prescription glasses, and those have cut my headaches down drastically. Tip number 4, this one might seem a little gross, but it's definitely a tip that is useful. If you have to write when you do not feel good, have a barf container by your desk. Have a trash can that's lined with a trash bag or something, because no matter how close you are to your bathroom, unless you are physically working on the ground by your toilet or your bathroom trash can, if you have to puke instantly because sometimes you just don't feel it, you need something right by your desk. That will help you. Trust me on this one. First-hand experience, you won't always be able to make it to your toilet. Trash cans are a wonderful thing, and Walmart sacks, like plastic bags, you can usually get them for free at the grocery store with your groceries. Tip number 5 I have for working when you don't feel the best is to set a timer. So have a specific time that you've set aside that you're just going to work for. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, you could set an hour, but realistically, if you aren't feeling well and you have to work for an hour, I suggest 2 different times that you work for 30 minutes, so that you give yourself a bit of break, so that you aren't overworking your brain, you aren't overstressing yourself, and you're still being able to get your work done. And then my final 6th tip is that if none of these tips are working, to do your best to take a sick day. Now, I have a really hard time with being okay with taking a sick day, just because I'm always sick. But, you know, sometimes you've tried everything and nothing is working, and you've just got to be okay with saying, you know what, I'm just going to sleep today, or I'm just going to chill on the couch, I'm just going to recover. Because, yeah, there are going to be times when you can't always push yourself to work. I say, and this is for myself personally, I always try to push myself to work on days I don't feel well and then see how I do. So I know I've at least tried. I feel much better taking a day off and resting when I know I've at least tried to work. And I'd rather try to work and fail miserably than not try to work and feel guilty that I didn't even try, because that's just the kind of person I am. But yeah, so those are my tips. Have a nice snack or drink that'll help out your stomach. Have your lights down low, turn on your blue light filter, have a barf container handy, set a timer, and be okay with taking a day off if you've tried all the tips and they do not work. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, make sure you click like and press the subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. I try to upload videos twice a week with fun, bookish, and writing related content. And if you want a little bit more Xanna in your week or a little bit more Maestro, you can go ahead and follow me on all of my socials. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at XannasBooks. And I hope that you have had a wonderful day, and if you're feeling sick, I hope that you start feeling better soon, and I will see you next time. Bye!